All right, welcome back to the channel. Something a bit different today. I invited my friend Aerox over to test out a few different VR headsets that he's not used before.
Yep.
And we started off with the PSVR2.
Yep.
Then we tried the Valve Index.
Yep.
Then it was the Reverb G2. And then finally, you tried the big boy, the Pimax Crystal. So, what do you think of the PSVR2?
So PSVR2, I think, considering that it's a console and not PC VR, I think that's actually, yeah. I'm not in the PlayStation ecosystem.
Yep.
I've been Xbox. I've not used PSVR2. I've only used Quest and Rift Desk, Quest 2 and Rift Desk before that. I was actually quite amazed at the PS2 VR at what you got for that.
Yeah, good value, right?
Yeah, definitely good value. If you already own a PlayStation and you're thinking, hey, I want to try VR out,
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 VR, definitely.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 7 on there, it was good.
He also tried No Man's Sky as well.
Yeah, also tried No Man's Sky as well. There are differences to PC VR, but you will be happy.
Right.
I think is the key thing there.
Okay.
There's definitely differences to PC VR though. There's the biggest thing I noticed was if I take two tracks, one on say Assetto Corsa Competizione on PC,
yeah,
and then the same track on Gran Turismo 7 in VR. There's just lots of subtle differences that I'm noticing having come from PC VR. That there's less trackside objects, which they don't impact the game.
Yeah.
But visually, you're like, hey, having come from PC VR, I can tell there's something missing, even though everything looks good.
So you sort of spotted the compromises in the game to make it run right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think if you haven't experienced the PC VR version, you'll be happy with it as an experience.
Cool. And the Index, what do you think of that?
Right, the Index. This is the first time I've ever noticed the screen door effect people talk of. I've had it explained to me and never quite understood it until I've seen it.
And you've got a Quest 2 at home, haven't you? So.
I've got a Quest 2 at home, yeah. Another difference thing is I haven't really said. I wear glasses normally.
Yeah.
For the Quest 2 at home and the Rift S at home, I've actually got prescription lens inserts. So trying all these headsets, I've tried them all sort of with and without glasses as well, and how that sort of affects how you wear them. I was quite happy. I was saying back to the PSVR 2, actually, I was quite happy with the light curtain and how much space there was and how comfortable it was to wear glasses with the PSVR 2. And actually, of all the headsets that I've worn glasses with, that was the most comfortable for a glasses user. So that's another
that accordion face gasket. You like the adjustability. Oh, that's good to know. And the so the G2.
So yeah, the G2, the G2, I think you said to me it's like one of the main headsets in sim racing that people use.
Most popular.
Most popular. I can see why straight away. I said how much of a difference there was using. I was like, wow, this is huge difference. So much clearer. You know, I had been considering should I get an Index? Having actually used the Index now, I wouldn't consider it.
All right. Is that because of the screen door effect, mainly?
Because of the screen door effect and
the glare?
And with both of them is how they are with glasses. So, I could use them without, but I noticed a big difference that when I wore glasses versus didn't wear glasses, there was a massive difference. I'm slightly short sighted, as I said, but the difference was big when I didn't have corrective lenses, and neither of them were. I think the G2 was the most comfortable with glasses.
Yeah.
But they weren't comfortable, let's say. But that could possibly be fixed with aftermarket facial interfaces that have some give in the foam for glasses. So
which is the most comfy?
PS2 VR is probably the most comfortable.
Yeah.
The Pimax Crystal, which we haven't mentioned yet, I think was
We'll get to that in a
also
minute. Yeah, go on.
comfortable, but
Right.
we'll get to that in a minute for other things. But also, of those three so far, PlayStation VR was the most comfortable. Second most comfortable was the G2. Overall experience, if you've already got a powerful PC,
Yeah.
the G2 was a great headset. I would, if I'd left the day just having tried those three, I'd be considering putting a G2 on my shopping list,
Right.
along with some corrective lens inserts, so I don't have to wear glasses under it, and then it would be comfortable.
Okay, so finally, what about the big boy, the Crystal?
Well, so with the Pimax Crystal, that's a massive difference. So I can see why it's as expensive as it is. It did everything all the others did in one package.
Right.
So something I didn't really talk about, but with the PlayStation VR2, you have some of the games supported eye tracking, and that helps the PlayStation 2 do what it does with with the console resources it has. That where your eyesight is focused on is where the GPU is putting the detail in to rendering, and then the offside is done to a lesser degree to save processing. When you switch that on with the OpenXR toolkit, that made that was just a huge difference. Wherever I took my gaze, it was sharp and clear. And I actually ran the Crystal without my glasses.
Yeah.
And I didn't put them on at all. I did the whole race without glasses.
And you could see the.
You can actually see better. And I would say I could see comparatively to how the G2 was while I was wearing my glasses, while wearing the Pimax Crystal. I think there's possibly slightly more to be had if I had corrective lenses as well, but the issue of corrective lenses was just lessened.
Yeah, so that's a big deal if it's as clear without glasses or nearly as.
I'm not entirely sure what the difference is on a technical level. I'm aware that the lens type is different. I think that could have a big thing to do with it.
So obviously it's more expensive. I think $1,600 for that.
Yeah.
Where the G2's available for £600. Obviously, if you're in America, you can get it for cheap as $300 or used. So the price aside, what things do you think could be better with the Crystal?
So the only downside of the Crystal, I'd say, is that it is heavier than the others.
Yeah.
For sim racing, that might not be an issue to you. If you're just
do you find it comfy? Is it?
Overall, it's comfortable. It's just comfortable, yes, but it's heavy.
You need a longer session as well, because that was 20 minutes. So
yeah. Of all the ones I've tried, it's at least comparable in comfort on how it fits to your face and head as the second best one. The lenses within the headset, they are extremely close to your face and close to your eyes, and that might be what's helping it a bit. With me not having to wear glasses. I don't think I could wear glasses with them. Actually, yeah. At the moment, I haven't. Wow, no, that's just ridiculous. That is so clear now. I said it was readable before, but it's just crystal sharp.
Erox managed to get his glasses in.
Yeah,
Tried it with the thinner.
Yeah. Funnily
enough, that makes a difference.
Funnily enough,
on the camera.
It's
there you go. That's the forehead
that's
one.
the forehead plate, which goes like that. This is a thinner. Wrong direction. Thinner gasket, but it's got cutouts for glasses, which doesn't make sense why it would appear to be. Why it would appear to be thinner, but I can actually comfortably get my glasses in there, and I think it's because there is so much space around the lenses.
So, $1 million question, all things considered, and that you have a Quest 2 at the minute, if you were going to go buy one tomorrow, which one would you buy? I think I know which one it'd be, but...
If I had to buy and spend my own money, it'd probably be the G2, just because it's half the price over here.
The bang for the buck. Good on that, isn't it?
All things considered, this is a phenomenal headset. it's actually amazing what it does. I've got a 3080 Ti. I would wonder how well that would run it though. We managed to get 90 frames on the
Yeah, so on the 4090 with eye tracking
4090.
enabled. So I think it should manage it. We might need to dial the details down a little,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, if money wasn't if someone said, "Hey, you can have whatever headset out of the headset, you can have it for free," then that is the best picture.
So there you go, Pimax. Make your headset cheaper.
Yeah, we were chatting about this while I was racing. I don't know what you could cut from the headset to save cost, but if there was something that could be cut to make a slightly cheaper model, I don't know what it would be, but if something could be scaled back a bit to make a middle ground, but yeah.
Cool. All right, well, there you go. That was Aerox's thoughts on a variety of different headsets. Thanks for trying them out. We're probably going to carry on doing some gaming now, but yeah. Until next time, bye.